Hi everybody, welcome back to the table. So today we are going to be doing a painting with only ARTEZA paints. ARTEZA reached out to me and asked me if I would like to do a painting, or actually just try out their paints and see how they work with using the Floetrol and the Flow Art and all that kind of stuff. So of course I said yes, and so they sent me this box of, it's 60 acrylic colors, so it's the smaller tubes. And it comes with all of these colors in this box. They also sent me, let me grab the box down, close it up. They also sent me this box of 14 colors, and these are the colors included in this box. So this one with the 14 colors, it is the bigger sizes, so it's the 4.6 ounce. And then the 60 color box came with these, and these are the 0.74 ounce. I will have a link in the description to the ARTEZA website where you can actually go on and go online and buy the paints. This is now not sponsored by ARTEZA, but I do get a percentage if you buy their products off of the link that I've provided. So these are the colors that we are using today. The canvas was prepped with the ARTEZA Premium Mars Black. It's number 112. I don't know if you can see that very well. My thing's not focusing, but Mars Black number 112 is what I prepped the canvas with, and is also what is in our black background. So it's going to be a negative space with a black background. Okay. The other colors we have are the silver A128 and then gold gray A117. And that's those two colors. And then we have our blues. It's ultramarine blue number A110, pearl sapphire blue A147, and cobalt blue A124, and that's our three blues. We have a couple purples. We have the violet, which is A125, and mauve pale A134, our purples. And then of course for our white, we just have a titanium white A101. Mixture, Floetrol, the pigment, I did about 6 drops per tube. So when you squeeze it really slowly, it kind of drops out, and I did 6 drops in each cup. And then for this one, I did about 7 drops to get the black. Okay, so our Floetrol, our pigment, our water, and then I did a couple drops of the 91% isopropyl alcohol just to get us some good cells. And I did those in the blues and the purples. Alright, so that's all of our colors, and we are going to go ahead and get started. Okay, we are all done with this. I'm going to hit it with a blowtorch real quick. See if I can find my smaller one. There it is. Get out some of the bubbles, and by doing this we're also going to activate some of the cells that haven't come to the surface yet. See how that happened right there? That those cells all of a sudden just exploded. I don't know if y'all can see that. See if I can bring you in closer. So when you hit a certain section, how the cells just explode in that area. And that's what a blowtorch can help do. Okay. Excuse me. So we are going to stop right here. We are actually going to leave this on the table to set and dry the way it is. And once it's dry, we will come back and we will see what we're going to do with it. I do have to say that I do really like the way these ARTEZA paints held up. Their pigments, as you can see, stayed very, very vibrant when being added to the Floetrol. Some paints will decrease in pigment and you have to add more paint to keep the vibrancy, but these pigments held up really, really well. I will have more to say once it's dried and we see how it looks. So as of right now, we are done and we will come back and see how it dries. See y'all soon. Good morning, everybody. So everything is all dried and the colors held up really well as they were drying. Weird thing is the camera is actually making this all look blue. This is actually almost all purple. Like all of this right here where the camera makes it look like it's a deep blue, this is actually solid purple. So here are a couple of up-close photos of what these colors really are. It's just really weird that the camera is pulling everything to look blue when it's actually almost all purple. So we will see what happens once we put the resin on it. But again, at the end of this video, I'm going to have some up-close photos. I'm really excited about them because I've gotten into the habit of taking photos, like up-close macro photos, when it's wet. So it gives you that depth and gives you some really neat photos that I'm actually taking in raw. So hopefully I'll be able to use them as prints. And so I'm gonna do some experimenting with doing prints and all that kind of stuff, and maybe I'll start selling prints of some up-close photos. So we're gonna go ahead and get this done. We are using our 1:1, our Envirotex Pour On High Gloss Finish 1:1 ratio. Get it at Hobby Lobby, and it's what I use for all of my paintings. Now remember, when I'm doing my tumblers, I use this resin because it's FDA compliant to eat and drink out of. But for the paintings, I use this Envirotex resin. I'm also going to start doing resin pours, and I'll be using this as well. But we'll go over that in those videos. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get this covered. I've got the resin all mixed up, and I've got my blowtorch ready to get all of the bubbles out. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we are all done. We are going to let this sit during the day, and then we'll probably come back this evening to see our finished product. See y'all soon. Hi everybody, we're back. It is all dried and finished. I have to say I'm really excited with the way this turned out. The camera does not do it justice. Like I said before, all of these colors look blues, but these are actually purples, vibrant purples. There are still some blues in here, but there's a lot of vibrant purples. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video to see the up close shots that I took with my Rebel T3i camera and my macro lens, because that's really going to give you an idea of how beautiful this painting is. So again, we used all ARTEZA supplies. There's going to be a link to each of the supplies that I used in the description, as well as a link to the website so you can order if you'd like. I do have to tell you, I do get a percentage for anything that you order, but I would not be backing these products if I didn't believe in them. I've been in the fitness industry been a certified personal trainer for probably about 13 years, I think now. And I've had friends of mine who are selling, you know, those programs and those supplements and all that kind of stuff, and asked that I endorse them and try and make money off of them, and I just wouldn't do it because I didn't believe in the products. But these, as you can see in the upcoming photos, just really beautiful, vibrant colors. These small tubes, these A series premium acrylic colors, mix beautifully with Floetrol. You don't get clumps, none of that. I will say for the bigger ones, in the bigger containers, they're a little bit thicker, and when you start mixing, they are going to break up, so you really have to put some elbow grease into them to get them fully mixed into your Floetrol, but it is possible. You just have to work at it a little bit more. But they do make great base paints because they have a really good thickness to them and will coat your canvas really well. And they all just have beautiful colors. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section, and I will do my best to get back to you. Go visit my website, guidedbyfaithdesigns.net, Etsy at Guided by Faith Designs, and Facebook at Woodworking in Faith and Guided by Faith Designs. There should be a link to each one of those in the description, as well as the ARTEZA link as well. So thank you for joining me today. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their week, and God bless, and don't forget to stay tuned for the upcoming photos. Bye.